Alright guys, welcome back. Disclaimer, this isn't a snowmobile video. A little disappointing snowmobile season, not gonna lie, but it happens. It is what it is. I am pretty much excited about this whole project we got going on. This truck did run to drive to this spot right here. I mean, off of the trailer out in the parking lot to here. So it runs. This 350. I took it apart. I did head gaskets and rings and the whole top end gasket set, all that junk. Oh, 8 years ago, 7-8 years ago. And then it's probably driven a quarter mile since then, just out of the barn and back into the barn. So it's kind of a shame, but it's boring. It's a 350. It's a 350 in a square body. I mean, we've seen this. They're everywhere. So I went and picked myself up a 4200 Vortec. I also have a turbo for it. Don't think this is going to be too boring of a build. You know how I do. I go way overboard. So, yeah. First thing we gotta do is get this out and then just cut all of the wires that I don't need, because, which is a lot of them. So this is an 84, and it was, I wouldn't say throttle body injection converted. They got an engine out of an 89 and shoved it in here, and like, granted, I've had this all apart. Maybe I didn't put it back together as good as it was, but it wasn't put together very good to begin with. So I gotta get this out, gotta get this all cleaned up. AC delete. I haven't ordered that panel yet because those are like kind of expensive. It's kind of weird, but yeah, AC delete on here. And yeah, I just want to get it mounted in here this weekend. And then I got to figure out stuff like I got to put some electric fans on this and might have to convert it to Hydro Boost. We'll see. We'll see what we got to do. But let's get to pulling this engine out. Alright, so camera decided to stop recording that somewhere in there. I'm not sure where. So here's where we're at. I got the core support out. And yeah, I got the headers. Well, that one's disconnected. I just can't get it out. The other side's out. Trans is disconnected. Torque converter's unbolted. Everything should be disconnected. We'll find out if it's not, because I don't have an engine crane and the forklift went down here at work yesterday, so I'm using a 6,000 pound crane on my service truck. Yeah, so it's probably going to come out whether everything's unhooked or not. give you a little size comparison, what we're looking at here. It's not too terribly different. The inline six is a lot taller and a little bit longer. But I measured it, it should fit. Right, now there are some things I need to do to this before I even try and put it in there. I'm getting an adapter plate made, but it's just not done yet. So what I'll probably end up doing is just a straight plate on this side. There's 2 trans holes, and then there's a bolt for that, and then I've got to put some longer dowel pins in it. Maybe just do that on both sides, and maybe a little piece of 3/8 across the top. It'll be 3/8 thick adapter plate, so I just want to get it in the same location. Alright, so we're back today. I spent some time this morning getting rid of a lot of the wiring from the throttle body system and kind of trying to clean it up. I took the trans cooler lines out just because I didn't really like how they looked. And yeah, we're getting there. I got the face of the trans all cleaned up because it was pretty nasty. I also spent some time making some little spacer plates here. Just temporary stuff, just to get the distances right. I also took the stock dowels out and made some new ones out of some 5/8 rod we had here. And yeah, also had to make a lift hook because I don't know where the factory one would be, but it wasn't on here. So hopefully through the power of editing, that looked like a super simple install, but we all know my editing abilities, so probably not. Most everything that was in my way was my fault. The top plate I was using for a spacer was in the way. I didn't look at my diagram for the adapter plate well enough. Those bolts need to be carriage heads, and I don't know why I thought I could get away with not having them just for a spacer plate, but so I took that off and now it's in. I had to ream the holes out on the trans for the dowels. They're just full of junk, and when I say ream, I mean with an actual ream, so they're still in location. I didn't move them at all. I had to cut the top of that plate out a little bit. And yeah, I had to take my plate off that I made for lifting this because it's jamming up in the back there. So using that heater outlet, hopefully she holds. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. Oh, I gotta change this cross member. I'll have to just build my own. The oil filter hits on it. Not a huge problem. And I mean, I could relocate the oil filter, but I don't really feel like doing that. I think it'll just be easier for me to make a tube cross member and call it a day. I was worried about the brake booster, and rightfully so. It's very close. Alright, so I got it sitting under there on its own weight now. It's on some pretty sketchy engine mounts. Oh, I still got some to stick weld these, but messed up some measurements on that one. That's fine. This engine's got to come back out anyways, and we'll fix it then. But yeah, I like it. Like the placement, like how it's looking. Now I can start to figure out how I'm going to be able to run the exhaust and where I have to run fuel to, and get thinking about my wire harness. So yeah, should be good. I'm going to throw the front clip on this and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, look at that. I even got the hood on. Open her up. It's like it's supposed to be in there. Looks like it belongs there. Did I even get it straight with the truck? Oh, I might have. Might have. Pretty good for not measuring anything. So, all right, yeah, that's where we're gonna leave her for this video. You guys want to see more on this? I'll have another one out hopefully pretty soon. I've ordered all the stuff for the turbo manifold. Gonna start figuring out where all that's got to go. And then obviously I hope I get my adapter plate for the trans here pretty soon. Not too concerned about it. I mean, this engine's gonna be in and out a few times probably. So yeah, getting excited now. I can actually see it coming together. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more on this, hit that like button, subscribe maybe. I'll see you guys next time.